Good morning, or good afternoon, or good evening, whatever works best for you. And ah, may peace be between your ears. Well, I just wanted to start out with that. I know most of y'all have heard what Trump said about our vice president, called her mentally disabled.
Was born that way. If you think about it, only a mentally disabled person could have allowed this to happen to our country.
Okay, so first of all, there are actual people out there with mental impairments, and that's insulting to them. Second of all, Vice President Kamala Harris is not mentally impaired.
No, I just think she's crazy liberal. I don't question her.
Okay. They love to call people crazy, mental disabled. They keep forgetting about America's history. What do you call people that came here and start just killing people? Putting smallpox in blankets and giving it to human beings just to take their land. What do you call that? I mean, I don't know what is going on with these people that they feel like they have to insult people. Running the country is not about insulting people. We have lived through presidents that enslaved people. We have lived through presidents that demanded segregation. We have lived through presidents that called for people to be executed, but now they just come right out and just talk about you like a dog, insulting the vice president. They is so mad that it is a black woman that is the vice president and that she's doing a good job. They hate that. Just like they hated Obama being the black president and doing a good job. He's not going to make everybody's happy. He's not going to do everything that they want him to do. He was elected to do a job, and that's what he did. See, everybody's out here talking all this stuff, but they don't know what's going on behind the scenes. They don't know that that security and all that. But we have to, and we have to make. I want you to listen to this again. This is some pitiful stuff.
Kamala is mentally impaired. Joe Biden became mentally impaired. Kamala was born that way. If you think about it, only a mentally disabled person could have allowed this to happen to our country.
Okay, so first of all, there are actual people out there with mental impairments, and that's insulting to them. Second of all, Vice President Kamala Harris is not mentally impaired.
No, I just think she's crazy liberal. I don't question her.
But what do you think about that rhetoric?
I just think the better course to take is to prosecute the case that her policies are destroying the country. They're crazy liberal. 400,000.
What policies are destroying this country?
Convicted of being a rapist, 13,000 convicted murderers, and 400,000 people generally convicted of crimes.
Okay, they want to keep up bringing up the crime. If the crime rate, if they were so concerned about the crime rate and so concerned about immigrants coming in this country illegally, why they did not make sure that border bill was passed? And they always talk about what's happening in the past. Well, it's a border bill. It's ready to be signed and put into law right now. And like I would always say, the biggest illegal aliens is sitting right there. The ones that came over here and took over this country. And then, therefore, imported human beings to work for them. Don't let us ever forget that these people worked people to death, stole them from their land, and made them come over here and worked themselves to death. Not only that, they raped these people, men and women and children, and killed them. And it wasn't a darn thing they could do. Now, I want to, let it be known that it was a lot of black people that did put up with that. They fought, they died fighting these enslavers, killed many of them. Many of them died, just like a lot of the Indians killed a lot of these illegal aliens. They were aliens. These illegal aliens that came over here, a lot of them died. These illegal aliens had to go to the Indians for peace talks. A lot of them gave in. Some of them didn't. Geronimo. A lot of them didn't give in. But of course, they always had weapons of mass destruction. That's how they get over. That's all they know. Divide and conquer. They had Indians working for them. They're good at that. But we're not going to sit up and let that idiot. You could Google his name. No, you could Google idiot, and his picture will come up. And he's going to have the audacity to call Kamala mentally disabled. It's a darn shame that we have to deal with this, that we have kids that have to listen to that stupid mess. And this Lindsey Graham talking about she's a crazy liberal. What do you think you is? You just had one of your people call you a homosexual. I mean, that's all they do is talk about each other. They have never grown up. They are still kids on the playground, calling each other names. We have some very immature people in Congress. Very immature. I have never heard Kamala or Obama or none of them sit up there and act like that. Call people's names and stuff. That is so ignorant. And the bad part about it is all that stuff that he have said, he's still going to have some black people supporting him. How do you do that? It's ridiculous. It is just downright ridiculous.
Hey everybody, it's Tim Miller from the Bulwark. Donald Trump had two rallies.
No, choice. You're going to lose your culture. You're going to lose your country. You're going to have crime, the likes of which nobody has ever seen before.
Again, so like on these two clips,
You're going to lose your culture. Who is telling him this? Because he has no culture. He has no tradition. He has no morals. So somebody is telling him to say this. People get on the phone and call him and tell him, you know, their culture, they hate other people's culture because their culture, they had none. They stole everybody's culture. That's what they do. They go around the world taking people's culture and traditions and then trying to make it their own. You know what they had? If you look at their history is just about conquering, killing, raping, and hanging. That's their culture. Their tradition. They had none. When are we going to start telling the truth? And the reason why I'm thanking Joe Biden is because he is trying to be a decent person. He is trying to rise above these idiots to show that you can be a decent person and still be strong. Yes. And I had my student loans forgiven. So he's not. And I want to say this much. Yes, I'm saying this. I don't believe that somebody literally tried to do away with a nominee. I don't even believe that about that Robinson guy. They'll say anything to try to gather up sympathy because it's a shame that people are literally believing stuff that can be easily disproven. When I hear some of those Trump supporters, they love to go to his rallies and stuff because, you know, they're going to be on TV and they'll be able to see him get up and do a stand-up because I'm telling you, I find myself laughing sometimes about the stuff he's saying, but he's getting ridiculous, calling the vice president mentally disabled. I mean, he's been saying stuff like that, but, you know, he's taking it too far. But he's like he's like free entertainment. He's like a stand-up comedy, and he gives them the okay to hate and be violent, and he gives them something to do. Most of these people, all they do is sit around the table and play cards and drink whiskey. It gives them something to do. It gives them a reason to leave their house. It's a Trump rally. Some people drive 4 or 5 hours. Stand in line for 6, 7 hours. Are you out your crazy rapid mouth? Well, some people would do that. they do the same thing with Kamala's, rallies and her and vice president. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. You know, I probably would one day if she came somewhere close, but her rallies are not just entertainment. She's talking about things that are important to human beings. I feel so ashamed that I live in a country that a man can get up there and spew that venom, tell those lies, and it's okay. I mean, everybody lies sometimes, yeah. Everybody, may say something that's not true because, everybody don't know everything. But he sit up there and deliberately lied to these people because that's what his supporters want to hear. I'd be so glad when it's over. I'm sure everybody will. And they talking about all these Hispanics are supporting him. You know why? Because they want to see the United States go down. Revenge. Because their country is like it is because of the United States. And they have to leave their country because it's so messed up, because the United States have messed up a lot of countries, have destroyed a lot of territories and places. Because why would somebody support somebody like that and have a 2025 project that is going to destroy everybody? And they think that it's not going to be that bad. People that came from a country that is literally falling apart. Oh, it's crazy. Thank you for listening. I hope you all have a wonderful day. And our vice president she is a very smart, beautiful, strong woman. Is going to be a beautiful, strong leader as our president. Thank you.